Today's training is on, I've got my keywords, now what? How to make a winning listing. So the reason I wanted to dive into this topic today is because last week, John had a fantastic training on keywords, how to master your keyword strategy, and what exactly, how you find them. So I wanted to highlight the next step for you basically is, okay, you've got your keywords, what do you do with them? Okay, so that's what we're focusing on today. I have 3 main points that I would like for you guys to learn today. So for the objectives of today is how understanding how Keywords on Fire and the Listing Optimizer tool work so brilliantly together, why it is important to use keywords in your listing, and learning how to optimize your listing from a keyword optimization point of view. So those are my 3 goals that I would like you to learn. All right, so firstly, Keywords on Fire. So Keywords on Fire, this is within the ZonGuru app for those who haven't joined ZonGuru yet. The goal of this tool is to show you the best and the most relevant keywords possible for your listing and niche. So whether you're trying to optimize your listing, find the best product niche, or better understand PPC, that's where you go to Keywords on Fire. So it is a tool that helps you all along your Amazon journey, whether you're in your research or you're selling and you're playing around with your listing. So why are keywords important? So firstly, keywords are important because they are the link between what people are searching for and the product you are providing to solve their problem. So you need to make sure the keywords you're using and the search words your customer is using are the same. So for example, if I am selling a barbecue, and I'm putting barbecue in my listing, but then I find out the majority of my customers are actually using the term grill instead of barbecue. So if I didn't look up the keywords and do my research, I would potentially be missing out on all the customers that are actually using the phrase grill rather than barbecue. So that's why it is super, super important. It doesn't matter what keyword you think you're using, you need to be using the keyword that your customer is. All right, number 2, a product listing rich in keywords has a higher chance of appearing in search results for multiple search terms, increasing your traffic and sales opportunity. Ultimately, we want our product, our listing, to get in front of the people that are looking for it. So having the appropriate keywords in your listing is essential because this also plays an important role in the Amazon algorithm. So those are the 2 most important points of why we are working on keywords and why they are important. In 2 seconds, double checking that everything is under control. Awesome. All right, so got it. Keywords, check. All right, so you've got your list of keywords. Now what? So the second step is to transfer these keywords to ZonGuru, to the listing optimizer tool to create your listing. So what is the listing optimizer tool? So firstly, the listing optimizer lets you optimize your Amazon listing to make sure that you include all the best high profit keywords that buyers use to find your product. Beautiful summary of why keywords are important. This is where you can really dig into your listings detail and find how optimized it is from a keyword optimization point of view. So not only do we want our customers to find us, but we also want to make sure that Amazon is displaying our product. Alrighty, so case study. I want to go through exactly this process with you. So I'm going to pretend that I am going to launch a product brand for resistance bands. Okay, so this is the photo of the resistance bands, and I'm going to actually step you through just a few cheeky ways that you can actually do your product research to get to the listing optimization standpoint. So if we go over here, so this product here was found in the AU marketplace. I'm just going to show you a quick little trick of what you can do when doing your product research. So I am on Amazon.com. I'm using resistance bands, and as you can see, this niche is a fantastic opportunity. The niche score is 56. The search volume is healthy. The price just comes over our $20. The revenue is quite healthy as well. We do have to remember that each marketplace has a different set of numbers or data points that we are looking at because of the buying patterns and the demand is different in each marketplace. So you need to be wary of that. So I was looking at resistance bands and I was like, this looks like a cool niche. I'm a sporty person. I know about this niche as well, and there is data to support it. However, looking at the launch budget, it is a little bit high for me. So what I actually did is I looked up the same keyword, the resistance bands, and popped it into Amazon.com. Now, as you can see, Amazon.com, the niche score is even higher. The search volume is lower. However, for Australian marketplace, we are looking for a search volume over 1,000. The price is good. We usually look for something over $25, and the revenue is over 10. So I've made the decision that according to this data, resistance bands are successfully selling in the US marketplace, and they are growing in the Australian marketplace. The launch budget is just under $9,000. That's something that fits into my launch budget. So I'm going to launch this product on the Amazon AU. So that's number one. And as you can see, the top ones are doing 38 grand, 37, 36. So that really gets me excited. I want to compete against the products here. So now that I know my product, I go into ZonGuru. So firstly on ZonGuru, we are looking at the keywords on fire. So I'm very quickly going to show you how to use this. I know that the last week's training was based around it, but the keywords on fire, you can search it in two different ways. You can search it via ASIN. So how you get an ASIN is go back into Amazon. We have a new tool that's one of my favorites now. These two little pieces of paper, copy to clipboard. You click that and it actually copies the ASIN. Otherwise, you can click onto the product. You can find it in the URL or in the product description. But I have just clicked this on here and I can pop the ASIN there. So you need to do at least 5 ASINs to do it via ASIN, or you can do via product phrase, which is what I'm going to do. So my phrase is resistance bands. Here you need to make sure that you're within the correct marketplace. So I'm choosing to go within the Australian marketplace and I go search. And what ZonGuru does is it collects the information from the top 25 products selling on Amazon using the product phrase resistance bands. You can select all, making sure that all of the products are actually relevant to what you're selling. If it is not, you can simply just deselect one of them. These seem to be all relevant to the bands that I want to sell. Add products here. I'm going to name the sessions resistance bands, and I'm going to say 2 just because this. I've already got one. Again, it's in the Australian one. Run keyword on fire analysis. So this does take a little bit of time. So to save time, this is one that I read earlier. And I can click on the eye, and here I can see what keywords. So what ZonGuru has done, it has collected all the information from the top 25 competitors. It has got 300 unique keywords. From these 300 unique keywords, there is a total revenue of almost $2,500 and the total search volume. Now, again, depending on what marketplace you're looking for, what is determined high or low varies. So for the Australian marketplace, this is a very positive sign and we expect this to grow. Keywords on Fire gives lots and lots of information, but for the purpose that we are doing today, we are looking at the listing optimizer tool. So now that we have run our keyword session, they have been saved. And here on the left-hand side, we go to listing optimizer. So now we're on the listing optimizer tool. So what you can do here, it is an awesome tool. I think it's one of my favorites. It can be done when your product is ready, or you can create a skeleton just to, practice creating tasks as well. So how we do this. So again, I'm going to call it resistance bands 2 because I had a little practice go before. Again, make sure that you are within the correct marketplace, and we go start new session. So there are 2 aspects of the listing optimizer tool. On the left-hand side, we have keywords, and on the right-hand side, we have the listing optimizer tool itself. So firstly, we're going to address the keywords. So we created our keyword list in Keywords on Fire. So we're going to add it here now. So you go add, import from Keywords on Fire. You have to click on there. I'm going to use the one that I previously created, so resistance bands. And I usually go just all keywords, and then it loads up. So here you can see straight away all the keywords that we got from Keywords on Fire relevant to our brand. Now, on to the next step here, going over to the right-hand side, we are going to create a blank listing name. So I'll call it again resistance bands, and add listing there. And what is one of the most epic features of this tool, I believe, is the fact that you can add your competition side by side and directly compare your listings. So what you do here is I'm going to go back to the Australian marketplace. I've clicked on revenue here, so the top revenue makers of this niche are at the top, and I want to basically make sure that I am beating their listing. So over here, going to the right, copying their ASIN, and I can click add here. I'm going to pop their ASIN in here, Australian marketplace, add listing. So I've got one here. You can do this for up to 8 listings. So I'm going to get a few more. Again, just adding the ASIN each time. Alrighty, so what you can see here is I've got my blank listing. Optimization score is 0 because our listing is empty. But then we have our competition, and we can see the score that they have. And again, we are ultimately wanting to make sure that we beat their score. Okay, so we have a strong listing next to them. So number 1, the title. Actually, I'll go into listing optimization score so we understand what it means. So the overall quality of your listing calculated by the strength of the keywords used and where they are placed. To get a high listing score, put the strongest keywords in your title and dot bullets. Okay, so when Amazon and the writing of your listing, it is all extremely, extremely expensive real estate. So you need to make the most of the space that you have. So for example, in your keywords, you only have 200 words or characters that you can use. So a few things to consider is that obviously, yes, we do want to have the keywords in there, but we also want our listing to make sense. When a customer, a buyer clicks on our listing, they're going to the title and the bullet points for information. What features are we giving? What benefits? What problems are we solving? So we want to give our customers value here. We want to give them information about the product and also to support our imagery for them to make the decision to buy it. So within the title, I would usually start the title with a brand. So let's say I make up my brand, I'll call it Move It. So I call it Move It, that is my brand. Okay, so now I'm selling a set of 3 resistance bands. Let's say I'm imaging off of the 4 resistance bands we had here. Okay, so I go Move It, and I'm going to click on these here. So at the top, we can see the search volume and the score. The score is the highest for resistance band set. So I'm going to just start writing. And as I write and change things, band set. And then we've got exercise bands, resistant booty bands, booty bands. Booty bands, and as you can see, it starts to calculate band training. Say band training. We've got workout equipment set. We can put that in there. Workout equipment set. We've got exercise with fabric as a word, so maybe I'll say resistance fabric, because I want to make fabric bands rather than the plastic ones. Fitness bands, band training, booty bands, workout equipment set. What else can I put in there? Gym. I can say workout gym. I can put gym there. Gym workout equipment set. I can put in, maybe I can squeeze in loop. There will be a loop. Fabric loop. Resistant band set. What else? What else? Maybe I can try to fit in fitness somewhere in there. Fabric loop resistance band set. Exercise bands, booty bands, band training. Fitness. Band fitness. I can write fitness. Fitness band, gym workout equipment set. Alrighty. So again, I'm trying to, in the title specifically, I am trying to put the keywords in there, but they have to be relevant to my specific product, to my audience and what I'm actually offering. So right now I've got Move It, which is my brand. So fabric loop resistance band set, exercise bands, booty bands, band training, fitness band, gym workout equipment set. So I think that's enough. I've still got a few more characters I could use, but as you can see, I'm going to point out two things. So the keywords on fire here, do you see these stars? Every time you use a keyword that is an exact match, you get the star that is completely filled in. When you use a broad match in the title, you have just the outline of the star. So just with those words in my title, my optimization score is at over 38,000. So I have actually beaten already my competition in regards to the keywords that they use and optimizing that regarding what keywords are my customers using to look up my product, which is the bands, and how the Amazon algorithm works. So that's fantastic. And as I said, only in the title. What my next step would be is, do you see how all of the keywords here now, they look like they're almost, they're shaded, and then we've got bold. The shaded ones are words that I've already used, but then there are some that are still bold. Now, these ones can actually be put into the back end of my listing optimization, because they may be words that, for example, are misspelt. I don't want to have that in my title, but obviously there are some people that are spelling exercise that way. So you scroll down, and in search words here, you can actually pop these words in. So I can add, yoga, exercise, resistance spelt wrong. So as you can see, they're being added here by me just clicking onto it. So again, I want to make sure, obviously make it relevant to it's obviously a brand, make it relevant to your product as well. Workout, ankle. So I'm clicking here, and again, I've got 250 spaces to do this. Material. All right, so I'm adding more and more, and as you can see, from adding more of these, my score is just increasing. So I would go ahead and add all of those in there. TheraBand is a good one, actually. I might add TheraBand in my title. Band training, TheraBand. There we go. All right, so I'm really utilizing every single keyword that people are using. Rubber goes in there as well, all of it. Okay, so you can really add all of them if you like. And again, these do not show up on your listing. They are only in the back end. So Amazon, someone may write these keywords in and your product will still come in. As you can see, I've gone over the search. So let's delete a few, so it's obviously not red. There we are. Okay, so I've got my title, I've got my back-end keywords, but then you're like, okay, Veronica, you've done that. What are you going to use in your bullet points? So my advice is for your bullet points is to actually, as I said earlier, give your audience value, educate them about your product. You've already got a title filled with keywords and are also describing your product, but now take the opportunity to educate your customer. Don't fill these up with random words because our customer isn't dumb. They're going to look at this and they're going to see all these weird words put together. They're not going to buy. They're going to think it's a scam. Okay, so I would use this opportunity to educate your customers. So my competition has done this very well. So I'm going to show an example. So for example, here they're using, they're talking about the resistance, that it's non-slip and never breaks, the resistance, what results they're going to get from it. So it's improving your overall health, the fact that you can take it anywhere, work out anywhere, safe, they've offered a lifetime warranty. So they've done this well, and I encourage you to do that as well. So use the dot points to actually educate. So for example, I can write here the fact that, you know, features of the product, for example. I can write resistance of the product, what results my client or my customer is going to get from purchasing it. So this is an opportunity, again, to really sell your product rather than using your keywords, because according to this, score is out of 50. Look how I'm in the top 1%. So I have really utilized or optimized my scoring, and I have, I've overtaken my competition by miles. So once we have that done, what the awesome thing is that you can actually convert or take this and it will be sent straight to your Amazon seller central account. So I'm going to assume that by this point you have already connected your ZonGuru account to your Amazon seller central account. And what you actually do is you press on here and you go publish on Amazon. Click on there. You write in the ASIN that you're using, update listing, and all of that information is sent straight to your Amazon listing and is live. So you don't need to copy and paste anything. You don't need to be worried about if you're forgetting something or not sure where to put the back terms. It is all there. So that's an awesome feature there. Alrighty, I'm going to go back to you guys now. So I do hope that was a clear example of what exactly it takes to how you're using your keywords in your listing optimizer, and how easy it can be to really dominate the field and really beat your competitors. So do use that tool if you haven't already. As you can see, it is a blank listing. You can do it to practice. You can see put your competition next to each other, which I think is the most valuable tool not the most, but one of the most valuable tools that ZonGuru has, and I don't believe our competitors have that either, so really make the most of it. Alrighty, so if you have any questions, as I said, I haven't had the opportunity to look at your questions until now, so I'm going to have a read. If you have questions about the presentation right now, about keywords listing optimization, shoot, and I will try to answer these as best as possible. I do see there has been a few questions about, will this be recorded? Yes, it is recorded. Just go to your ZonGuru account, message support and say, can I please have a recording of today's training? And they will send you the link. Michael from the Gold Coast. Hello, fellow Gold Coastian. What else is there? Angela, I understand that Amazon doesn't like repeating words. I noticed you had bans quite a few times. Not that Amazon doesn't like repeating words. I'll go back actually to share my screen. Give me a moment. All right, so in my title, I have said banned a few times, yes. So I'm going to have two comments about this. Number one, if banned was the number one, me writing banned 100 times does not increase the amount of times. It doesn't improve my rating. However, I have used the word in context with something else, so I'm explaining something. So booty bans, band training. If I just wrote booty, training, fitness, then it's just putting random words together. In this instance, I am using bands to describe what it's for and supporting what my product is actually doing. So again, I'm using bands in context. It's more of a sentence. I wouldn't put bands, then bands, then bands. Okay, that's not going to help you. But also, if I didn't have bands here, then the context of what I'm trying to explain or convey to my customer wouldn't be there either. So in this point of view, or in this instance, booty bands, that's what they're called. It wouldn't make sense if I just wrote booty there. So I hope that answers your question, Angela. So no, we don't want to repeat words if they're not needed, but I'm describing my product and bands is the word that needs to be there. Otherwise, it loses context. Next question. Jordan, what is the ideal mix of keyword choice in regards to position in the listing? Would you use as many exact keywords as possible in the title and use broad match in bullets and description? So awesome question. So we have, based on the research that we have conducted, this is what we believe is best. However, Amazon likes to be a little bit secretive. So in terms of how exactly the algorithm works, we don't know, but this is what we have found to work the best. So we have found that having the exact matches in your title, that your title is the hottest bit of real estate that you have in regards to your listing and using your keywords there. I have a little fly in this room and it's been bugging me all morning. So saying that, so your exact keywords in the title do work the best. As you can see in my example, I was able to really increase my optimization score by only using the title and the back-end keywords, which left me the bullet points to really just give information, value, and content to my customer. Because again, if you just chuck it with keywords and the bullet points, that's going to deter customers. So my advice is to put the keywords mostly in the title, obviously still making sure that it is relevant to the customer and your product in the back end, and also focus on adding value in your bullet points. Naturally, keywords will appear there as well. I'm just reading through. And to add the extension, do I have to be in Amazon? Angela, you said to add the extension, do I have to be in Amazon to add the extension as I don't have it yet? I'm not quite sure what you mean. So do you mean that you don't have an Amazon Seller Central account? If you don't have an Amazon Seller Central account, you can still do everything that I just did. You're just not sending it to your account there. But let me know if I haven't answered your question well enough. Yes, I can show exactly how I uploaded it. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. So the question was, can you please show again how you upload the optimized listing directly to Amazon? Sure thing. So this is my listing here. So my resistance listing here above title, the setting here, publish on Amazon, just here, and it will come on. You have to go to my product, you write in the ASIN of your product that you're selling, and then you go to update. Okay, I can't do it because this account isn't added to and isn't connected to a Seller Central account, but if yours is, you'd go update listing and it will take you directly to your Amazon Seller Central account. So I believe that's all your questions. Jordan, I got your private message. Awesome, fantastic. Good luck. That's a very exciting stage. Jordan's saying that he's up to the sourcing stage of his product research, so that's awesome. So if you've got any last minute questions, do let me know. But otherwise, I shall be wrapping it up. Angela, I have a Seller Central account in the US, just haven't uploaded extension yet. You haven't uploaded the ZonGuru Chrome extension. So that you don't need the Chrome extension for this particular section. All you need to do is go to Keywords on Fire, write in your phrase to have your keywords, and then you go into your listing. So I can show you. Alrighty, so you don't need the Chrome extension. It is super easy to download though. You just click into Google Chrome extension, but you don't need it for this process. So all you do on the left-hand side, you come into, Keywords on Fire. You write in, you either get the ASINs or you go product research. So resistance bands, dog beds, whatever you're looking for, and you click search. So you have a keyword list ready to put into your listing. So this is step one. I have my words ready, and then I go to Listing Optimizer, open up a new session. So new session, make sure it's in the right marketplace, start session, and just go straight to add, import from Keywords on Fire. So again, going into the keyword folder. So let's say I'm looking at wood crates, and then download. So the Chrome extension isn't needed, but the Chrome extension is such a useful tool. It is just something that, it's downloaded every time I'm scrolling on Amazon, even if it's a product that I want to go and buy, you just click on it, and just out of curiosity, you're like, oh, what's this niche doing? And you can really spend a lot of time doing that, and it just shows you such a brilliant overview of how the niche is performing and the demand there. Angela, love this. Currently, I only use merchant words, which is so broad. This is so detailed. Thank you. You're very welcome. We have these live trainings weekly, so it is between myself, Kimberly, and John. So each week we do have these live trainings for you on a broad number of topics, whether it's focused on sellers or researchers, or sometimes it's a combination of both, such as this one. Do we have support when we first subscribe to ZonGuru? So when you subscribe to ZonGuru, we do have 24/7 support that you can ask questions. You log in on the right-hand side, we do have a little chat. However, if you're needing a little bit extra support in regards to not sure how to start your Amazon journey, for example, or not quite sure how to do your product research, we do have actually challenges. So we have the Quick Start Challenge. I believe it's $49, and that's a 14 days step-by-step. Each video is unlocked on a daily basis, giving you a task to do. And the goal of that task is by the end of that product research, you have a product and ready to start discussing or talking to suppliers. So we have those kind of educational courses that you can absolutely join. And then you have our support network on ZonGuru. We also have our Facebook group. Our Facebook group is called Amazon Seller Network. I'm on there frequently. It is our platform where, in regards to webinars, podcasts, any upcoming events or news, I'm always posting on there and you guys, the members there, receive the information first. So if you're not part of that, do find us. You can find us on Instagram, and the link is there as well. What else do we have? Angela, I'm new, so to obtain last week's webinar, can I obtain the previous ones? Yes, you can, Angela. If you go into your ZonGuru account, just reach out to support and they can give you a link that has many of the previous trainings, so you can definitely watch those, yeah. You're welcome, guys. I'm super glad you found this helpful. We appreciate all your feedback, improvements, what else you want to hear about. because we're here to serve you, to give you value, to help you on your Amazon journey, because it is a really exciting platform. It's an awesome opportunity, but it can be very daunting. So having a community of people around you doing the same thing is really encouraging. And, you know, when you're a bit stuck, you can ask for some help. Alrighty, so if there's no, Jordan says, I did the challenge and found it very helpful in getting you started. So what I might do is I might actually share it. Sorry, what was the name? Let me write. Amazon Seller Network is our Facebook group. Just writing in the chat. Seller Network, and it is the Quick Start Challenge. If you like the link, as I said, give just go to our support and I can send you it, as I don't have the link on the computer that I'm using. Quick Start Challenge. If you bear with me a moment though, let me see if I can find it. Got it, guys? All right, here is the link. So that is the link to the Quick Start Challenge. As I said, it is an awesome way to get started on this journey, step-by-step process. Each day, a task is unlocked. So there's no room for overwhelm because you can't race ahead. You need to do one task at a time. So it's a fantastic base, and you get a few other little add-ons in that as well. So if you're part of that, you'll join the Facebook group as well. There are a lot of individuals there participating, so there is a network of people all working on the same goals and going there. Perfect. Well, that seems like all the questions have been answered. Thank you for your time this morning. I've been really enjoying chatting. I think I enjoy the question Q&A at the end the best. It's great to actually have a conversation, you know, with people who are on the same journey. I am an Amazon seller myself, so I completely understand the process and the emotions and the hard work that is involved in this process. So as I said, weekly trainings. Kimberly is up next week. If you have any questions, reach out to support. But otherwise, thank you very much. And I will see you guys in a few weeks' time, if not on our Facebook page and on Instagram. So see you later.